and welcome to Nationwide on the network service of the NTA. I am Olajide Bello. Remember, you can watch this broadcast live on our website, nta.ng/live, and on our other social media handles displayed on your screen. Now, the federal government has issued a 7-day forecast warning on high riverine flood risk across 33 states between 19th and 25th August 2026. The government said rising river levels are expected to trigger flooding in multiple locations during the period. The Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has urged communities living in floodplains to move immediately to higher ground and called on state and local governments to activate early warning systems and emergency response plans. Our Vice President Kashim Shettima has commended Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State for his giant strides in infrastructure development, especially in linking rural communities to the urban center. He made the commendation at the inauguration of a road project held at the Greenberg Yard, Egbeda, in Umuahia local government area of Rivers State. Details of that report will come in the course of this bulletin. The governing All Progressives Congress APC women wing support groups have held an interfaith prayer for the peace, progress and continued healing of the land under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Abubakar Akwanga reports by the convener of the interfaith prayer and president of a Women Initiative for Family Economy, Aisha Abdul Kadri Yao, said the session is to further unite Nigeria for renewed stability.
Few days into another active electoral season in the annal of the nation's democratic history, a group of women on the platform of the governing All Progressives Congress APC, named Women Initiative for Family Economy, has observed an interfaith prayer for the future of the renewed hope agenda beyond 2027.
And may He make Nigeria a beacon of peace, stability, justice, prosperity in Africa and world.
Align their policies with justice or with your justice, and let their work bring tangible improvement to the lives of all Nigeria.
The convener Aisha Abdul Kadri Yao said the initiative is born out of the desire to contribute to the peace, stability, progress, social cohesion and religious tolerance of all strata of the country.
Recall the development of program and record the renewed hope agenda mentioned above earlier, and make informed choices at the ballot box for continuity and consolidation.
Leadership is a great responsibility that requires wisdom, requires courage, humility, and a genuine commitment to the welfare of our people.
We stand to lobby for the support of the women folk, which of course is the greatest component of Nigeria's electorate, to continue to support the government in power.
For progress, this country is blessed on the machinations of its enemies who have constantly been trying to take us back.
Representatives of the party and top executive and legislative officials commended the intervention, saying it is a right step in the right direction, considering challenges inherent in processes of multi-party democracy. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
And away from politics, another 83 Nigerians have returned home from South Africa. The return comes amid concerns over anti-foreigner protests in that country in recent months. A statement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says the returnees arrived at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos from Johannesburg, accompanied by 2 officials from the Consulate General of Nigeria in Johannesburg. After documentation and profiling by relevant government agencies, the returnees will be reunited with their families. And to security matters, counter-terrorism operations are no longer defined by military firepower alone. Increasingly, their success depends on protecting civilian populations, building trust and strengthening cooperation between security forces and the communities they serve. This underpins the Defense Headquarters Human Security and Civil Military Cooperation Training Workshop, aimed at enhancing the capacity of personnel to integrate human security principles principles into counter-terrorism operations. The workshop provides a platform to examine how strong collaboration with civilians and other stakeholders can improve operational effectiveness, reduce unintended harm, and support sustainable peace.
Remains complex, dynamic, and multidimensional. These challenges require more than military strength and kinetic operations. They demand a comprehensive and coordinated approach that places the protection of lives, human dignity, and community well-being at the center of our security efforts.
Counter-terrorism operations, therefore, require more than military capability and kinetic actions. They require an integrated approach that addresses the security, safety, dignity, and welfare of affected populations.
Stakeholders at the workshop say putting human security at the heart of military operations is key to defeating violent extremism winning public trust. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to addressing the welfare, remuneration and pension concerns of military veterans. The assurance was given by the Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, during a meeting with veterans representatives in Abuja. Represented by the Permanent Secretary Richard Filangwa, the minister said relevant authorities are working towards fair and sustainable resolution of the veterans' concerns. The task of securing the nation is not the responsibility of the security agencies alone, but a collective duty that demands the trust, cooperation and support of every citizen. The Nigeria Military School 79 ex-boys, as they reunited decades after graduation, reflected on their past, advocating stronger citizen support for the armed forces amid the nation's security challenges. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa reports.
47 years after graduating from the Nigerian Military School, the schoolboys reunite, not just to celebrate the journey, but to rekindle a bond forged in their formative years.
Only the military cannot fight insecurity. It has to be the populace also. When the military gets their support, then we will be able to defeat them. But when we don't get the support of the civil populace, it's going to be very difficult.
I would advise the armed forces to continue to do what they're doing. We've been trying a lot. But again, they should get the support from the political class. Let the politicians support them. Whatever they need to fight this insecurity, they should give them. And we must continue to stand by democracy, because that's the only way they can now effect any change that they want.
And for ex-boys of Nigerian Military School, we always have this country first. So whatever we do, we put our country first. So what you've seen today here is evidence of our training from Nigerian Military School. So we wish Nigeria well, and we'll keep doing our best for this country.
For these ex-boys of the Nigerian Military School, this reunion is more than a gathering. It is a celebration of bonds forged and friendship that has stood the test of time. In Abuja, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
And the Northern Senators Forum has commiserated with victims of Monday night attack in Plateau State, where at least 25 people, mostly women and children, were killed. A statement from chairman of the Forum, Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua, notes that Plateau has suffered years of sustained attacks and commended the army for deploying more troops. The Forum urged the stakeholders to lead dialogue for peace building. The renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has restored hope and confidence in agrarian rural communities following federal government construction of 9-kilometer federal road to address the challenge of accessibility to farms and movement of farm produce. Hassan Barrow reports.
Like many other farming communities in the north, Nasaru village in Ningi local government area of Bauchi State struggles with poor roads that make it difficult and costly to move farm produce to a nearby market in urban areas. But the decision of the federal government to construct the 9-kilometer feeder road from Nasaru to Galala Dam to link farming communities to their farms and markets has raised their hopes for a better future. The intervention also includes plans to expand the irrigation area from 250 to 2,500 hectares, while a solar power system will provide energy for the hydroflow pumps. Work on the expansion, which will soon commence. This tank visit to Hadiji Jama'ar River Basin Development Authority is to pledge support and loyalty to the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for the life-saving intervention, which they say will open more opportunities. Yahana Sahasambaro, NTA News.
It's time to join Adiola Komiakari in our Lagos Network Center for more stories on Nationwide.
The over 520 indigenous languages in Nigeria are valuable national assets capable of strengthening education, preserving cultural heritage, and promoting national development. This is why members of the Nigerian Academy of Letters are strategizing to preserve these indigenous Nigerian languages. Adejoke Odeka reports that ways of achieving these were emphasized at a roll call of academic excellence in Lagos.
Nation building is often measured by roads built, industries established, and infrastructure developed. But for academics and language scholars, there is another foundation that cannot be ignored: the language through which a child learns to understand the world. At this gathering of the highest academic and professional body for scholars in the humanities, attention was drawn to the place of indigenous languages in shaping education, identity, and national development.
For the first time in our history, we inducted over 40 new members. We must continue to appreciate the University of Lagos, who is our constituent for these convocations.
President of the Nigerian Academy of Letters, Professor Andrew Haruna, reaffirmed the Academy's commitment to promoting intellectual excellence.
A nation that substitutes their own languages with a foreign language is drawing us back to Stone Age, and this is what we have tried to address.
Major highlights were the induction of new members and the presentation of the Award of Excellence to renowned filmmaker Tunde Kelani and Professor Emeritus Femi Oshofison as Honorary Distinguished Life Fellows.
It shows recognition for your work, not only in the academic setting, but also in the public sector.
Being able to be recognized in this manner by my people, my country, my heart is filled with gratitude.
Also is the recognition of the Shehu of Borno, His Royal Highness Al-Aji Dr. Abubakar, and Professor Ephraim Olabode Lucas as Honorary Fellows of the Academy. In Lagos, Adejoke Odeka, NTA News.
The Center for Values and Leadership, a non-profit organization, is analyzing the Igbo apprenticeship system through its Nigerian History Series podcast titled Profiles of Enterprise from Nwaboy, Apprentice to Tycoon, which chronicles the journey of entrepreneurs who rose from apprenticeship to business tycoons. Again, Adejoke Odeka reports.
Apprenticeship scheme.
The launch brought together business leaders, academics, entrepreneurs, and stakeholders to reflect on the enduring impact of the apprenticeship model, widely regarded as one of Nigeria's most successful indigenous systems of enterprise development.
If we could just manage to get young people to see their personal dignity as a gift from God, and that in disciplined pursuit of opportunity and enterprise, like
these apprenticeship schemes.
Speakers at the event described the apprenticeship system as a practical model for economic empowerment.
The success stories of those who have started off with almost nothing, learning under the tutelage of an expert. They have grown to become, very successful.
Telling the youth that there are better ways to develop, the better ways to contribute to a better society.
As Nigeria continues to seek sustainable pathways to economic growth and job creation, stakeholders say the lessons embedded in the apprenticeship system offer valuable insights for building a new generation of entrepreneurs and wealth creators. In Lagos, Adejoke Oteka, NTA News.
And that's our contribution from Lagos Nationwide continues in Kaduna after the break. Do stay with us.
Business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodinma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality. Transformations that feel like a miracle. But progress needs peace. And in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's Kwaito, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. The new Imo is on the rise.
Joy, unleash taste. History said, for the first time ever, the world's most prestigious kitchen opened its doors in Nigeria. The heat is real. The steaks are legendary. World-class judges, Chef Eros.
Remember who you are.
And Chef Stone.
It is almost impossible to impress me, but good luck.
Will guide the nation's finest home cooks to win the ultimate prize of a life-changing 73 million naira. It's the first ever MasterChef Nigeria.
Chinwe was the stabilizing factor in this house. With Chinwe gone, this house will collapse in 2 days.
But they are all I have left.
Quite frankly, we'd rather be with our father than with anybody else.
Tayo is my child. You are not a mother, and you will never be.
Hey, it's okay, enough! I won't stand here and listen to you say rubbish to me because of your dumb modeling job. Well, at least it's not as dumb.
Rain. It's rain in your face.
Welcome to Skill Up Nigeria, industrial training and television program celebrating innovation, craftsmanship, and the skilled hands shaping our nation's future. Join us and share in our over 50-year journey of empowering Nigeria's workforce and impacting the nation's human resources. Tune in and connect with experts and skilled workers sharing real stories that inspire. Every Saturday at 10 p.m. on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. Skill Up Nigeria, powered by ITF.
This November, the world of communication converges for one defining moment. WPRF Abuja 2026. From Sunday 15th to Saturday 21st November 2026. Experience 7 unforgettable days at the prestigious Transcorp Hilton Abuja. From elite golf and polo tournaments to a vibrant 24-hour tailoring showcase, dynamic youth engagements, powerful academic sessions, and the unforgettable sights and sounds of Abuja, featuring a special Opera Day celebration honoring African public relations excellence. Theme: responsible communication, the voice of the world. Register now at www.wprf2026.niprng.org.ng. Be part of history. WPRF Abuja 2026, where the world speaks with one voice. No wahala.
Well, thanks for being there. We'll continue nationwide from Abuja till when Zara in Kaduna will be ready for us. Nigeria's animal health sector is set for a major boost as the federal government inaugurates a new model veterinary hospital in Maiduguri, Borno State, strengthening disease diagnosis, treatment and surveillance. The facility is the 5th of 21 model veterinary hospitals being constructed nationwide under the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project. Yusuf Jika reports.
He will provide 24-hour clinical services to livestock and other companion animals, while also serving as a referral and training center for veterinarians.
The hospital is more than a facility for treating animals. It is an investment in people, livelihoods and food security. With a modern surgical theater, diagnostic laboratory and imaging services, it will help reduce livestock losses, improve productivity, and give farmers stronger returns from their herds.
We protect the health of our animals, we protect the livelihoods of our farmers. When we strengthen livestock productivity, we strengthen food security. And when we invest in livestock development, we invest in the economic future of Borno State.
This is part of our plans to have at least one model veterinary hospital in each of the 13 states of the Federation, including Abuja. Every state and every local government will feel the impact of Mr. President.
It is therefore important that we strengthen cross-border engagement and establish effective mechanisms for regulating livestock movements in a manner that protects livelihoods and promotes peaceful coexistence.
For Borno, a strategic border state, the hospital is also a vital line of defense against transboundary animal diseases, protecting livestock incomes and the food chain while supporting sustainable economic development. In Maiduguri, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
The federal government says its ongoing reforms and executive orders in the oil and gas sector are deliberate steps towards promoting industrial stability, attracting investment and creating a more conducive working environment for workers. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Heineken Recovery, stated this at the opening of the 2026 Pengassan Energy and Labour Summit. Joseph Utsen reports.
Nigeria's oil and gas industry is undergoing critical reforms. Authorities believe the steps taken will unlock toward potential and boost productivity. It is against this backdrop that industry players converge at this year's Energy and Labour Summit with the theme strengthening regulatory frameworks as a catalyst for sustainability and growth in Nigeria's oil and gas industry.
Our indigenous operators be supported to grow while maintaining acceptable operational and safety standards. Worker protection must form part of the architecture of industry stability. Nigeria welcomes foreign experts where genuine skill gap exists. However, expatriate quota must never become a mechanism for replacing qualified Nigerians with foreign personnel.
The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Recovery, says the reforms of the President Bola Tinubu's administration are already attracting billions of dollars in investment across the oil and gas value chain.
We believe that the PIA reveals bottlenecks, unnecessary I think the government is prepared to act through executive orders making to solve them.
We were very clear that the target that the federal government has set to ensure production optimization is achievable.
The government says the measures are intended to provide clearer regulatory frameworks, introduce investment incentives, strengthen local content compliance, and create a more predictable business environment. Joseph Hussain, NTA News.
Now let's head back to Kaduna, where Zara Sadiq is standing by for the next set of stories on Nationwide. Zara, over to you.
NTA News.
Back to Kaduna.
Welcome to NTA Kaduna Network Center. The Kaduna State Government has urged the Academic Staff Union of Kaduna State University to choose dialogue and negotiation to resolve the lingering problem rather than industrial action. The Principal Private Secretary of the Governor, Professor Bello Ayuba, made the plea while explaining efforts put in place by the state to prevent any rancor between the union and the state government. Mohammed Umar Ajingi reports.
This is Kaduna State University in the heart of Kaduna Metropolis, established during the then Governor Ahmed Muhammad Magarfi. It is a university that accommodates a number of students from different parts of Nigeria. But as the students continue with their lectures, a challenge is looming. The university lecturers are threatening to embark on a 2-week warning strike if their demands are not met.
The issue of the ultimatum, that is a national directive. We cannot go contrary to that.
But the state government says it has done a lot for the university, asking the Academic Staff Union of the university to return to negotiation table.
He is the kind of governor who listens. He has the listening ear. With all that he has been doing to the university, they cannot give him that grace. They cannot give him that period of engagement to sit down and negotiate. We invited us yesterday and other stakeholders, including the management, for us to meet, only for them to give us grace of 4 or 5 days.
The Principal Private Secretary to the Governor explained some interventions by the state government to prevent any industrial action.
Government expended over 896 million immediately in addressing the welfare issues of staff in that university. For instance, in 2025, another 146 million naira was released to the university to clear withheld salaries and outstanding service allowances. That we have done. And these are promises we inherited from the successive administrations.
As the Kaduna State University lecturers continue to demand improvement in their welfare, the state government is asking them to return to the negotiation table to resolve the issues amicably. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority has been applauded for consistency, credibility, reliability, and the promotion of unity and understanding among Nigerians. Commandant of the Nigeria Defense Academy, Kaduna, Major General Oluyemi Thomas Olatoye, said this while receiving the management of the Nigerian Television Authority Kaduna Network Center, who paid him a courtesy visit in his office. Harun Mohammed reports.
Described as homecoming, the visit of the Nigerian Television Authority team to the Nigerian Defense Academy as partners in service to the nation. The visit provided an opportunity for the two institutions to strengthen their relationship and acknowledge their respective roles in national development.
NTA Kaduna Zonal Network Center.
Receiving the NTA team, led by the Zonal Director, NTA Kaduna Network Center, the Commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Oluyemi Olatoye, commended the authority for its long-standing contribution to nation building. He described NTA as a premier broadcasting media platform known for its credibility, patriotism, and strengthening the bonds between military and the Nigerian people.
You assisted so many of us when we were kids in education, in entertainment, and of course, as regards news.
So many things we heard back then from NTA were so crucial and will I say relevant during most of our exams.
The Zonal Director expressed appreciation for the warm reception while reaffirming the authority's commitment to responsible broadcasting and supporting institutions working for the peace and development of Nigeria.
We will continue to provide platform in terms of reportage and other activities of NDA. We will continue to tell the world that yes, NDA remains the best military institution, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa.
The visit further underscores the importance of collaboration between the military and the media in advancing national unity and development. In Kaduna, Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
And that's our contribution from Kaduna. Nationwide continues in Abuja studio.
Many thanks, Zara, for your contributions. Now, when love in a marriage gives way to suspicion and distrust, hatred and fight sets in. This may be the story of Mr. and Mrs. Jacob, residents of Oworo Estate in Lokoja, who have been married and living under the same roof for the past 3.5 years, prayerfully waiting on God for the fruit of their marriage. Unfortunately, the unexpected happened during an argument between the two, leading to one of them being set ablaze. Solomon Ayedeyin, who has been following up on this, tells us more.
Sometimes a moment of anger can change the course of two lives. At Oworo Estate in the Felele area of Lokoja, a domestic argument between a school teacher and his wife has left the woman receiving treatment in hospital, while her husband faces an allegation of attempted culpable homicide. Both are trained teachers working in private elementary schools.
I'm teaching. My salary is just 25,000 to 30,000 naira. So I was imagine how will I come by all this dress again?
It's good, but he surely has anger issue. That's one thing about him. He has anger issue, and both because of all these circumstances surrounding.
The husband, Jacob Irewa, had lost his job at Irawo Secondary School in Felele before securing another teaching position in Otokiti near the Army Barracks in Lokoja. Because of the distance and the prevailing economic challenges, he chose to stay at the school during the week and return home to spend the weekends with his wife at his residence in Oworo Estate. But the separation gradually created room for suspicion, distrust, and frustration between the couple.
The big mistake, sir, that is above my wisdom.
It was after the clothes were burnt, I realized that, maybe I should have waited for allow him know before I took that action.
When she was brought in, actually the condition was terrible. The condition was terrible. But with adequate management, we were able to manage it to this level.
When I heard what happened, I couldn't believe it also until I get to the hospital and saw her. Oh, wow.
Thank God she's not dead. Yeah, thank God it is not more than this.
Although the woman has reportedly forgiven her husband, Jacob Irewa remains in police custody in Lokoja.
For the couple, the argument will have lasted for a moment, but its consequences as it is will no doubt last for a lifetime. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayede, NTA News.
The Zamfara State government has hosted a 3-day Northwest Security Summit with Governor Dauda Lawal declaring that bandits who reject peace and threaten innocent citizens must face the full wrath of the law. Haliru Muhammad reports.
The summit themed appraising the security challenges in the Northwest region brought together the Inspector General Police Olatunji Ruluan Disu, representatives of Northwesties, heads of security and intelligence agencies, traditional rulers, community leaders, and civil society organizations. The engagement is part of efforts to find lasting solutions for the lingering security challenges bedeviling the region.
It is also important to sit down collectively with all stakeholders, traditional rulers, other security agencies to discuss a way forward. And I believe it provides that platform where issues will be tackled and solutions will be provided.
We're on the ground and we want to continue to be on the ground to do better for the people of Zamfara and the northern states and Nigeria in general.
The summit is expected to strengthen interstate security cooperation and produce coordinated strategies for tackling banditry, kidnapping, and other criminal activities across the Northwest. In Gusau, Halil Muhammad, NTA News.
Veteran NTA staff of Katsina State origin have commended the transformation taking place in the organization under the leadership of the Director General Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos. Awal Haliru reports on their visit to NTA Katsina.
The delegation, led by the former Executive Director of Programs, Malam Bellesley, visited the station to meet with the management and staff and inspect facilities provided by the present leadership to enhance service delivery. Received by the General Manager, Mohammed Lawan Baba, the veterans toured various operational units of the station where they inspected the state-of-the-art facilities provided by the management. They expressed satisfaction with the level of transformation at the station and called on the management to sustain the tempo and continue working towards justifying the NTA motto, "You can't beat the rich."
But the most important thing is that it is not only the physical infrastructure, but the connection it has with viewers. In this age of social media and pretenders are competing, we will commend NTA Katsina seriously for standing its ground.
Our presence here is to encourage him to do more, to continue to fly the flag of the Nigerian Television Authority. So congratulations to him and to the staff.
The General Manager, Mohammed Lawan Baba, assured the delegation of the management's determination to continue working towards actualizing the visionary agenda of the Director General Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos.
It is a testimony that I am following the footsteps of our amiable Director General Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos by transforming NTA, and I'm ready to make NTA Katsina great again.
The delegation also visited the renovated station mosque, where a congregational prayer and special prayer session was held for the success of NTA and its leadership. In Katsina, Awal Haliru, NTA News.
Now, Nigeria leads other African countries as winners emerge from male and female categories at the close of the 46th edition of the King Abdulaziz International Quran Competition in Saudi Arabia. Tokwe Alabi reports that Nigeria's Mohammed Maraf Abdallah and Miriam Dan Azumi Ibrahim performances were outstanding at this year's contest.
For over 2 weeks, this generation of Quran reciters of 334 contestants comprising 202 males and 132 females coming from 133 countries, having 53 of them from Africa, have participated in 5 different categories for prizes exceeding 10 million Saudi riyals. There is no doubt that these contestants from across the world who have memorized the Quran completely and compete are on the right path. For the first time, independent competitions for female participants were held, reflecting a commitment to inclusivity. And this year, Mariam Ibrahim Dan Azumi, an indigenous of Gombe State, emerged the overall winner in a landmark accomplishment, marking the first participation of females in the 46-year history of the competition.
Mohammed Murafa Abdallah من جمهورية نيجيريا الاتحادية.
In the same second category for men, Mohammed Marafa Abdullahi from Nigeria finished 5th with a prize of 220 Saudi riyals. Winners represented a diverse range of countries across the world who would have competed and emerged first in their local levels as well as first nationally before representing their countries at the international competition in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. Tokwe Alabi, NTA News.
Back in Nigeria, for thousands of Almajiri children in Kano, a simple mattress, a set of clothes or a meal can make a significant difference. The Nigeria Customs Service, through its Customs Cares initiative, has taken that message of inclusion to more than 8 Sungaya schools in the state. Elizabeth Yila-Lamido reports.
Nafiu Muhammad Angaya in Kansakali, Gorundusi. Islamic learning has continued for nearly 8 decades. Today, the school serves 4,000 Almajiri children, some of whom are receiving support through the Customs Cares intervention.
We are grateful for the support which will help the children in their learning.
The support also extended to 7 other Angayas in Dakata and Gidanrua areas of Nasarawa local government.
I was given mattress, clothing, and food. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nigerian Customs. God bless you.
It is a vision of the Nigeria Customs Service to cater for the needs of most of the domain that custom activities are taking place.
For the Nigerian Customs Service, the intervention goes beyond its core duties of revenue generation, trade facilitation, and border security, extending practical support to children and communities in need. In Kano, Elizabeth Yila-Lamido, NTA News.
Let's join Elizabeth, who is standing by to tell us more about this corporate social responsibility. Elizabeth, what other information do you have from this gesture from the Nigeria Customs Service?
Yes, thank you, Olajide. Like you rightly see, the Nigerian Customs Service is traditionally known for its revenue collection, trade facilitation, and the suppression of smuggling. But in recent times, the present Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi MFR, has expanded its intervention to include developmental cases of reaching out to the people, as well as the provision and the CSR unit came up sometime last year, started in Abuja, and it stands about 6 key pillars of education, health, food security, environmental sustainability, to mention but a few. And we have seen them in action, taking
All right, we are sorry that we have to cut away from Elizabeth there, but many thanks for your input. Now let's go to Charles Abba in our Makudi Network Center. Charles, over to you.
Let's start with the legislature, where the Benue State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed 7 nominees as commissioners. It has also approved the nomination of Anya Godwin as member of the Benue State House of Assembly Service Commission. The confirmations were made during Wednesday's plenary, presided over by Speaker Bege Alfred Emega. This follows the letter of nomination earlier forwarded to the legislature by the Benue State Governor, Hasio Mem Alia. Those confirmed as commissioners are Solomon Tebe Yopev, Elizabeth Ongma Ogenyi, Kuma Ayenge, and Ashiga Tena. Others include Angwa Ewe, Monde, Nick Eworo, and Amo Ankwa. The commissioner nominees are to be sworn in to the Executive Council at a later date. And on security, the Benue State Police Command has expressed commitment to strengthen partnership with the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, for actionable intelligence and effective operations. Commissioner of Police, Benue State Command, CP Cletus Nwadiobu, stated this when the Zonal Director, NTA Network Center Makudi, Asabe Akmodi, led management staff to visit at the command's headquarters. The details.
This is the maiden interface between the Zonal Director, NTA Network Center Makudi, Asabe Akmodi,
and the Commissioner of Police, CP Cletus Nwadiobu, since both of them assumed office in Benue State. The visit focuses on welcome, encouragement, deeper energy, and strategic discussions among the duo towards fulfilling their constitutional mandates.
I commend your commitment to show of force and clearance operations in various communities. Even within this short time, we can see the impact you'll be getting. Therefore, I hope that under your leadership, the existing cordial relationship between the Police Command and NTA will be further strengthened. So together, we are committed to ensuring that Benue State is safe and free and everybody can go about their legitimate business.
Commissioner of Police CP Cletus Nwadiobu lauds NTA for its consistent coverage of security agency activities, especially that of the police, and professionalism in its dissemination of information.
If our activities and achievements are regularly aired, it will give the populace encouragement. We want to counter the terrorist narrative. We want people to know that not everything that is said by the terrorists are true. At times you hear, like at times in the night, you hear, Lafiamakodi Road has been blocked. They have taken over everywhere. No movement, no nothing. That will go in the midnight, people will be panicking, while it is not true.
Exchange of pleasantries climaxed the event. Charles Abba, NTA News. And the report rounds off our contribution from Makurdi. Nationwide continues in Abuja with Olajide Bello just after the break.
Quarter is here. NTA Television College Redfield JOS invites media practitioners and non-media practitioners to be part of our short proficiency courses starting from 13th July to 25th September 2026. The college offers hands-on experience on practical training from certified professionals in the broadcast field. The courses will commence as follows: online reporting, digital studio architecture and integration, intermediate camera operation, motion graphics design, parliamentary reporting, and judicial reporting. For registration details, course schedules, and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call the following numbers: 0803-383-4343 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College Redfield JOS, your gateway to media excellence.
Every day, across forests, highways, towns, and villages, brave men and women stand watch so that Nigeria can sleep. They leave their families behind, confront danger head-on, and make sacrifices many of us will never see. Yet, the enemies of our nation continue their assault. They target our children. They murder innocent citizens. They force families from their homes. They turn thriving communities into places of fear and uncertainty. Their goal is simple: to break our spirit, divide our people, and steal the future of our nation. But Nigeria is stronger than terror. As we demand greater accountability, stronger security measures, and more effective action from those entrusted with our safety, we must also play our part. Support our security forces. Salute their gallantry. Stand with those who stand for us. If you see something, say something. Let us be our brother's keeper. We must never surrender to fear, despair, or hopelessness. This is not the time for division, not by tribe, not by religion, not by region, not by political party. Because terror recognizes no ethnicity, no faith, and no ideology. Its enemy is all of us. And together, united as one people, we can defeat it. For our children, for our communities, for our future, for Nigeria. Join the movement. Stand for our country. Stand for one another. Hashtag Unite Against Terror.
In total submission to the will of God Almighty, we, the entire family of Mr. Davis Akadiro of Okutong Village, Bende Town, in Bende LGA of Abia State, announce the glorious exit of our dearly beloved husband, father, grandfather, brother, uncle, father-in-law, and brother-in-law, late Sir Davis Akadiro of Elias Clarus Gojikwe of Neolube, who slept in the Lord on the 5th of April 2026. Funeral arrangements are as follows. Thursday, August 26 p.m. Christian wake keep at Sir Clarus Pofo's residence, Okputon Bende, Bende LGA, Abia State. Friday, August 21st, 8:30 a.m. Funeral service, Body Madonna Mortuary, Umuahia to Bende, 10 a.m. Brief stopover at Chief John Ofo Ibadan Compound, Okputon Bende, 10:15 a.m. Lie in state at his compound at Okputon Bende, 12:30 p.m. Private interment at his compound for immediate family only, 1:30 p.m. Reception at Bende LGA Field, Ntubu, Bende. Announcer, Pastor Richard Ikechukwofo, for the family.
Glad to know you're still there. Now let's join our State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila for details of Vice President Kashim Shettima's visit to Rivers State for road project inauguration.
On behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Commission dual carriageway for the benefit and prosperity.
This is the Vice President's first official engagement after his 2 weeks leave to the Trejo base of the nation, a landmark project of 33.5 kilometers from Elele to Ebeda to Omoku dual carriageway awarded in May 2024, crisscrossing 3 local government areas in Rivers State with a 99-meter bridge, reconstructed solar-powered street lights, and funded through the state internally generated revenue. Community leaders said the landmark project has created ample time for community services, agricultural activities, dismantling of security threats, among other developmental strides.
It is a road to reconciliation. It is a road to prosperity. It is a road that connects our people and our hearts. We, the people of Emowa, Ikwere, and Oba Ebema Ndani, are grateful.
For anybody who understands the nature of this road will appreciate what we have done here. It's not just a project, it's a statement that we have made to show our people, the 3 local governments, the benefits, the community that are most close to this project, that we care for.
Vice President Kashim Shettima said the Tinubu administration has prioritized infrastructure development, especially roads, saying when roads connect to make movement easy, businesses grow, productivity rises, citizens are safe.
Our duty is to spread opportunity across the Federation, with every government acting in common purpose. That is why, and that is what brings us here today, and it fills me with a lot of confidence. In that spirit, I bring greetings of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the government and good people of Rivers State. Mr. President shares your satisfaction in the completion of the Elele Umodioga Ekbeda Wimini Akwabu Omoku dual carriageway and the possibilities it opens along this corridor.
The road project, he said, reflects the renewed hope agenda, which is not just a slogan, but an ease for the common man, urging Nigerians to continue to support infrastructure development across the country for economic growth and development. From Port Harcourt, Brahman Jibrila, NTA News.
Now let's join our sport desk for sports update.
The 2026 Japanese Ambassadors Karate Tournament officially began on Thursday in Abuja, drawing over 483 athletes from 18 states, competing across various cadet categories. The championship, which serves as a KFM-ranked event, Factor 6 and a qualifier for the UFAK African Karate Championship in August, started with a technical session for officials and coaches. The event is set to wrap up on Saturday.
Introduction of some new rules with regards to the Qatar and Committee. So this is one of the reasons why we've had to have a course to be able to get our referees acquainted with some of the changes.
We have seen a lot of development, improvement from the previous editions.
In basketball, Nigerian-born Los Angeles Sparks star Nneka Ogwumike has announced that she will retire at the end of the 2026 WNBA season. The 36-year-old and 11-time All-Star 2016 WNBA Most Valuable Player is bringing the curtain down on a remarkable 15-year career. Ogwumike spent her first 12 seasons with the Sparks before joining Seattle Storm in 2024 and returned to Los Angeles earlier this year. She played a key role in Sparks' 2016 championship triumph, producing a career-best 19.7 points, 9.1 rebounds, and 3.1 assists per game during the regular season. The former #1 overall draft pick from Stanford University also won 2 Women's Basketball World Cup gold medals with the United States and has served as president of the WNBA Players Association since 2016. And lastly, the 2026-2027 UEFA Europa League playoff round gets underway today, with 12 first-leg matches scheduled across Europe. Among the standout fixtures, Trabzonspor host Ferencvaros with Nigerian striker Paul Onuachu expected to feature, while Benfica welcome Denmark's AGF Aarhus. Elsewhere, Besiktas face Kauno Žalgiris, Krevna take on Victoria Plzeň, Anderlecht take on Kairat Almaty, and Salzburg visit Sweden to face Milleby, with places in the league phase at stake. For Sports Update, Bright Ebochu, NTA News.
That's it on Nationwide. Many thanks for being a part of it. I'm Olajide Bello.